Hot 91, the soul of VA. I'm Alana Mercedes, and if you know that it's Wednesday, then you know that it is indeed Club Creative Hour, and I am super excited to have this guest in the building. Very special, very important guest, if you ask me. Today on Club Creative, we're welcoming a powerhouse behind the kit, somebody whose insane rhythm knows exactly what is going on when it comes to this passionate music thing. You know what I mean? A force to be reckoned with. Now, from commanding the stage with his drumming to pushing creative boundaries in the studio, he's constantly evolving as an artist. So I'm super excited to dive into his journey, his inspirations, and everything in between. So please welcome the incredibly talented One Pump, One Funk, him, everything.
All of the above.
All of the above. Everything.
Really him, really that. Thank you, Alana. I appreciate
course.
that amazing introduction. Thank you so much.
I had to. There's literally no other way to bring you on. Y'all know, or maybe you don't know, but One Pump is he's amazing. What can I say? And I'm ready to tell you all about him, or at least have you tell us all about you. So first
Absolutely.
off, the infamous sunglasses, the Cyclops shades. I'm so glad that you're wearing them today. How did those even become a staple? Like, how was that your thing?
All right, so the Cyclops shades came about. I went to a prom that wasn't my prom. I went to a prom my freshman year of college. I was here actually at Norfolk State.
Oh yeah.
But I went to a prom and they were literally I had just literally started like performing and stuff. I did like one performance by then, and they were in the photo booth. They were a prop in the photo booth, and I really liked them. I put them on for the pictures. I walked out the photo booth, and then I sat and I thought about it, and I said, I really like those glasses. And I told one of the guys in the prom group that I was in, and he was like, bet. And he went and he took them for me, and I've been wearing them ever since.
The rest is history.
Yeah,
Everybody
literally.
knows you buy them glasses. Every time you're performing and everything, you always are wearing those glasses. It's like, I don't recognize you without them. No, I'm just kidding. No,
a lot of people don't, actually. It's pretty hilarious, yeah. So a lot of people still to this day will like be like, oh, you know, I've never seen you without your shades.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, I used to wear them like all the time, but now it's like I try and keep them strictly for the stage. But yeah, it's still hilarious. It's very Hannah Montana-esque.
Yes, I was gonna ask, does it turn on an alter ego for you?
In a way, yeah. Very much that. Yeah. It's like a flip of a switch for sure. Yeah.
I love that. Sometimes you need that before you get on stage.
Literally.
Now, how does one find out at 2 years old that they can play the drums? No, seriously, like, how does that happen?
For real, I guess you would ask my mom. My mom said I used to kick her stomach on beat to music. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, I definitely, my earliest memory is playing the drums. Like, someone put it into perspective for me the other day. I was playing the drums before I was cognitive of like math and other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking early, but like, I knew how to play the drums before I knew how to do a lot of other things. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like, that was
insane.
one of the first things I knew how to do. So I don't know. It's really, it's just my purpose. Like, I've never been taught, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything like that. So it was just in me, not on me, for real.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, very right. And that's another thing I was going to mention. I've heard you say before that you believe you were put on this earth to play the drums. And that's something that a lot of people struggle with finding, I feel, like defining their purpose. So how has drumming revealed itself to you as your purpose? Like, yes, it's something that you've never had to be taught per se, but like, how do you know that that's your purpose?
So I've been playing the drums for a long time. I started playing at my church at like 5 or 6 until about like a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? So just basically with that routine, I would find myself, when I didn't go to church on Sundays and like play the drums, I would find myself feeling like eerie or like literally physically sick in some instances. So it's like, and then it evolved eventually to like making music, but like lately as I get back in the groove of doing both, it's like I can piggyback off both now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is times where I'm just like, I feel burnt out from one, and then it's like I could just go to the other. But it's really like I said, like, if I don't make music, I literally get like physically sick. But knowing that it was my passion, it was taken away from me. And it was taken away from me in a very drastic manner that required me to realize that, you know, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes.
And it's funny because it's like the whole situation was kind of based around me playing the drums at the time. Like I was saying at the time, like, I don't even, like I was kind of falling out of love with it and I wasn't treating it properly. And it kind of was like, I'll show you how much you really love or dislike me, you know what I'm saying? And it did. And there was a point in time where I couldn't use either one of my hands and I couldn't play the drums. So yeah, it taught me a lot. And yeah, I think that's really when I knew like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I've always known playing the drums would take me places, but like knowing that it was truly like what I'm on the earth to do, probably 2019 for sure.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely are going to dive deeper into that story because I feel like that's one, not only a story of just, it's scary. It sounds very scary. So we're going to dive into it, but also I love how it revealed to you like, no, this really is what I'm supposed to be doing,
absolutely.
you know? Because that's kind of how I feel when I lose my voice. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do?
Literally.
Like, how am I going to live without this? But I feel that. So we're definitely going to get into that. Now, also, of course, you are multifaceted. You are in bands, you make your own music, like you do it all. When it comes to your multiple bands, which I think is so cool, how you're able, because they all have different sounds, you know, and different vibes. What different parts of you does each of those groups speak to? Because obviously, I've seen it firsthand. You get into the groove immediately. It's like nothing for you to pick up on something. But obviously, each of them must speak to a different part of you. So just you could tell me about whatever, you know, each band, of course, and then like how each of those speaks to you.
All right, so I'm in a band called Nothing Nowhere Now Here. We're actually about to record our album this weekend, and then we gonna see y'all real soon with some more shows. So Nothing Nowhere Now Here is a band of it's led by my big homie Alan Cattell, and he makes amazing music. You know, we were really cool for a couple years beforehand, and always told him that I would love to play the drums for him. Eventually, it made sense. We make very much, you know, rockish, indie punk type vibes, you know what I'm saying? Beach rock type vibes. And that's more like I feel the most free playing there, you know what I'm saying? It's like a free form type of vibe for me. It's kind of just, I flow with that one more so. And then I play for an artist named Saki, amazing artist from Woodbridge, Virginia. Y'all should look him up. That is Saekyi. Amazing Ghanaian artist. I was going to say rapper, artist. He's from Woodbridge, Virginia, and he is more like an alternative hip hop, alternative, you know, R&B type of vibe. And with that, it's very much more like, well, I can speak and say within that, playing for him, I do have more of an advanced role. He recently made me like the director of music for that.
Oh,
you know
wow.
what I'm saying? So it's like,
congrats.
I'm kind of just making sure things make sense within the band, just taking some, you know, responsibilities off him essentially. But with that, is much more like precise hits and, you know what I'm saying, like certain just things that we're doing in there that's like, oh yeah, we know we're gonna do a bang right there, and we know we're gonna do a like those are more, it seems more intricate, you know what I'm saying, but like it's still very much freedom, but it's like it's more chiseled. Is a good word to use. And then through Saki, I also play for the homie Eric Penn.
Yep.
Artist. He's from Virginia, but he's right now stationed in New York. He is like R&B. You know what I'm saying? And that's, his bag gives me more like of like my home field bag, which is like very religious, very church-esque. Like doing his shows feel like we going to church. Even Saki's as well, you know what I'm saying? Like we do very much like, it's very, all
you
three,
get in the spirit.
Yeah,
for real.
all three
like,
is very much like you gonna get in that spirit of that, you know, that genre. You know what I'm saying? So they all base down to, you know what I'm saying, what I'm used to. However, they all get, like you said, they do get a different side of me, essentially, yeah. And it's very well balanced. I've never had to answer that question. I told you I was excited for the questions.
We're gonna discover some new things today. Okay, and just for giggles, when we were in a band together, Critical Space Theory, what kind of vibe did that give you?
Critical Space Theory.
Oh man,
right,
an era, a time.
this was an amazing band led by Kayla Turner. Are You Okay? And then we had Alana, the illustrious Alana, on the guitar, and then I was playing the drums, and that was very experimental. Isn't the word, because I would say it is more like an experiment, because we did very much come together. That, honestly, it felt like we linked up and was like, y'all want to do a science project together? And that felt fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was that vibe. Like, it was very much like, it was no heavy burdens. It was no heavy strings attached. Like, it was really linking up. It really made me find the fun within it again.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that definitely matured me as an artist and as a drummer, you know what I'm saying, to have a different approach to what I have going on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, without that experience, it definitely I wouldn't be where I'm at. But yeah, it was very much like, it was like having fun with my friends.
With friends.
Literally. Yeah, like it was new. It was something. It felt like playing football for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love how you use that. Actually, that's a great descriptor.
Yeah, because it was like, I'm linking up with some people that, like, cool, I know you in passing, but it's like, and then we built our relationship based off of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, it reminds me of football, because it's like that foundation of like, all right, we're going through things together, we're growing together, and we're making each other better. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, it was really fun. And
heavy on the making each other better.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I had to notate that too, because I genuinely felt like I was made a better guitarist because we were in a band together. Yeah. Not even joking. Like, your confidence made me feel confident. And I definitely want to get into that. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We got One Pump in the building for Club Creative Hour on Hot 91, the soul of VA. Hot 91, the soul of VA. I'm Alana Mercedes, and it's Club Creative Hour here, and I am joined by the oh so wonderful, oh so talented One Pump in the building with us.
Really him.
He's really him. Come on, check it, clock in. That's what they be saying. Now, I do want to get into, Pump, what you were just discussing about that kind of life-altering accident that you had. Some people know, some people don't, but technically, you've died twice.
Yeah, I was born dead, and then I flatlined back in 2019 after falling out of a third-story window, landing head first onto an AC unit.
Like, that's insane. No, and you're laughing, but like, nobody can say that. That is what you would truly call a freak accident. I'm glad that we can laugh about it now, but that's actually insane. Now, you told us that after that, you weren't able to play drums, obviously. You probably had to relearn to do a lot of things. Could you tell me a little bit about that experience?
So result from the accident was I broke both of my wrists, my left wrist being a compound fracture, which for those of you that do not know what that is, that means the bone did come out of the skin. The right wrist wasn't that bad, but it was still broken, and then fractured my right eye socket on my skull. But yeah, couldn't play the drum. I had to go like immediate surgery. So both wrists were broken at the same time. I couldn't play the drums for a little while. The first arm that came out of like being in like a brace was like my right arm eventually. My left arm, like I said, was the worst.
Horrible, yeah.
And I am right hand dominant. So once I did have one hand back though, I did return to the church because I was still at the church at the time. So I was just playing with one hand.
You never cease to amaze me. Like, what in the world?
However, yeah, I was down and out for like, it was pretty. I wish I could give you a correct estimate time, but I'm gonna say for like at least a month or two. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But even then, like that month or two felt like 6. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm there, right there with myself every day, like every day with myself. Like, you gotta think about it. I couldn't use my hands, so it's like it's very basic tasks and things that you do for yourself that I couldn't do. So yeah, that month or two felt like a very long time. However, yeah, it really did help me sit with myself and truly appreciate the gift that I have, and rejuvenate my will to want to utilize my gift.
Yes.
And like, just know that like this time that I have here is very important, and that this life needs to be lived to the fullest. Literally.
Yes, I love that. And I was going to ask you, do you feel like with that happening, you view life differently than like the average Joe?
I was not living until I fell out of the window.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The window was literally, when I think about it, I broke the window. The window was literally my breakthrough.
Wow.
And I've been learning ever since. And that's the thing, like, that happened, and it's like I've still have learned tremendous lessons, because it's like I'm very willing to learn. My favorite word I like to use is coachable. I'm coachable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do want to learn. I want to be, the only person I'm in competition with is myself from yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really just always want to up it on myself from what I previously was. And yeah, it very much, like I said, I literally was not living until I came face to face with it.
That is insane. Oh my gosh. And I'm like seeing how it's really shaped you as a person. Something that I talked about earlier was that I've always admired that I don't know, I could be wrong, but you just exude this very confident energy to me.
I said it in my head. I said, oozes confidence.
Oozes?
I was like, if she says that, I'm going to go crazy. But yeah.
Oozes?
Yeah.
That wasn't the word that came to mind initially, but yes, you ooze confidence. You really do. It's like an aura that you have. And being in a band together, I told you, like, I came into our band as a total beginner.
She calls herself a beginner, y'all. She was decent.
I knew a couple things, but I really knew nothing. I'm not even joking.
But you got to think about it. I come from a very similar background. You know what I'm saying? I get around people, no, for real. I can get around people where they're like, do this on the upbeat, downbeat. I don't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I sit there with my eyes wide and I feel like a beginner. I've definitely felt like a beginner. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give you a short little side quest. I played for one of these. You remember the guy we met at the TCC show on the piano?
Yes.
I played for him, right? At Chicho's.
I do remember that. Yes, I do remember that.
And this is where I felt like a beginner, because they're telling me, like, the bass player, they all old heads. They telling me, like, oh, nah, upbeat this, downbeat that. And I'm literally looking at them like, how do you want me to play?
What is that?
I'm just like, bro,
Make the sound.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, stomp your foot and slap your knee. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. So that's where I felt like a beginner. I played for them one time. He hit me up recently. I just didn't respond, because it's like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm not meant to be, like, I could be. It's a challenge, yeah, but it's like, I know what I have to do to prepare myself for that challenge, which is something I do. I'm probably gonna talk to you about it off the air, about some things that I have planned for this year. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm excited to get the first
absolutely
look.
But yeah, like, that's a situation where I felt like I'm very foreign. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, even though I've been playing the drums for
ever,
longer than people have been alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I could still, even no matter what, you can always still be coachable.
Yes, and that you definitely give coachable all the time. And another thing that I admire about you, you don't mind being critiqued or whatever the case may be. But you know what you're doing, though, is what I'm going to say. You know absolutely on that, heavy on that one. You know what you're doing too. But watching you, when we're playing together, that's really what helped me to find the confidence. Number one, when you're playing, you have the most laid back vibe, like, and you're just going crazy, but it's just so effortless. It's so natural for you that you're just, it just seems like I'm just walking. Like, it's literally, it seems like that.
I say that often. Playing the drums for me is like breathing. Like, I often do forget you're using all four appendages at a different, you know what I'm saying,
right,
at the same time, and like, that's like a lot of hand-eye coordination and things like that. But it's like, it's so natural for me that, like, I forget that, like, that is an extraordinary, feat that I'm doing. Like, I'm doing multiple things at once. Like, people can't make both of their legs do different things and their hands do at, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could tap at different tempos and stuff like that.
Like, even what you just did, I could not do that.
And it's kind of funny, but it's like, that's not the
norm.
Quote unquote the norm, or normal. So it is pretty cool.
It is very cool, and that's why I'm wondering. I'm like, is this confidence something that was built, or does the confidence just come from knowing that you are so able to do it? Like, it's not really a task.
I used to, when I was younger, I used to often, like, I would see other drummers that I really liked, and I would be like, yeah, they're better than me. I can still say that to this day. I see drummers where I'm like, yeah, I think you're better than me. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that comes with, my very open-mindedness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am often told that, like, I can see all perspectives and all sides, and And then again, it falls back into being coachable. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I do want to learn from people where I'm like, oh, you could do something that I can't do. I'm interested in that. You know what I'm saying? I really do like seeing people do things that I feel like I can't do, or, you know what I'm saying, something that interests me, you know what I'm saying, makes me better at the end all be all. So I would just, I don't know. Yeah, it comes with my age, I guess, and just realizing that, like, you know, I am as great as people are going to receive me as great as I present myself. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one can think I'm something that I don't think I am.
Wow.
At all. Because it's like, think about it. If I don't think I'm great, but you think I'm great, as many times as you tell me I'm great, I will never be able to truly receive that. I have to know that I'm great in order to receive the proper recognition that I am. You know what I'm saying? And to understand it and to walk into that and walk with that. So it's just realizing that and knowing that, you know, you have to. I am my biggest fan.
Yeah.
I am everything that I am, and no one else is going to know unless I scream it from the mountaintop. And once I do it once, then that's when the people around can do it, and then it's like I don't necessarily have to do it anymore. I could just look over to them and you know, ride their echoes of voicing of their opinion.
Dylan,
like
I love that. I absolutely love that. Your way of thinking is just so spot on. Like, we're low-key aligned in that sense. Like, you are preaching to the people right now.
You.
And another thing is, like, you know, making art can be a very deeply healing experience.
Absolutely.
But I feel like with music specifically, it's like it goes even deeper. Something about it. So what kind of... or how has your relationship with music rather evoked healing for you, if it has any sort of healing for
perfect. you? I very much utilize music as therapy. It is my therapy. It's a remedy. You know what I'm saying? It's my remedy. To be able to go and talk to the microphone. The microphone is my therapist. You know what I'm saying? My mind is an endless void filled with commentary and things and opinions that I know aren't relevant to the world, but I don't want to store them inside of me, so I get them out. And once I get it out, it's not in me anymore. You know what I'm saying? That makes room for new information, new growth, things like that. So I utilize the booth to really just get it off me. Like I said, if I don't make music, I really will get physically sick. It's like kind of insane, but it's true. Like, it's like Fairly Odd Parents. For those of you who are familiar, when the fairies don't grant wishes, they literally would blow up. And why? Because fairies are they were there to grant wishes. That's what they were there to do. If I don't do what I'm here to do, I will literally blow up. But yeah, I utilize it as therapy. It's treatment for me. Like, it really keeps me sane, honestly.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, because it's like I'll feel all these things and I'll have all of these opinions, and it's like I don't like to speak negatively a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have conversations with my friends that are all we're doing is just speaking down on things or talking badly about things. I mean, that happens sometimes, because it's like, you know, am I speaking bad or am I stating facts? But, you know, those times where I really feel like complaining and like just nagging, I'll just do it to the mic, because it's like, it's not gonna talk back. It don't got no opinion. And then, yeah, I ain't got to worry about people being like, you know, you really crazy. Because it's like, I know I am. So I'd rather just say it to the mic and listen
and not
listen
be
back.
judged. Yeah.
And
I
make
love
it beautiful.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. Look, ladies and gents, we definitely got to get more into the music, because you have been dropping. Okay, and we need to hear all about that. So stay tuned, ladies and gents. One Pump in the building on Club Creative Hour on Hot 91, the soul of VA. Hot 91, the soul of VA. I'm Alana Mercedes, One Pump in the building for Club Creative Hour. And yo, I hope you've been tapped into this conversation, because he's dropping endless wisdom
Really
to you.
All like the above.
You're having too much fun.
I am. I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm glad to have you here, and I'm pumped. We just said you've been dropping some bangers on Instagram. Like what's going on with the New Music Fridays is typically the thing. We're gonna get into New Music Wednesdays now. So tell me about this. Number one, RTDA. What's up with that?
I don't know if I could say the actual name of it, because it has the D stands for.
Oh, okay.
But RTDA is going to be an album that I'm going to drop in June. It's coming in June. Why June? Because I like the number 3, and June is the 6th month. It's 3 2 times. I dropped my first album ever in June, and yeah, it's kind of just like my favorite month to drop. And I love Geminis. But RTDA is going to be an album. However, before the album, we're going to get the second installment of April Isn't for Fools, which is obviously an April Fool's, EP tape. It's probably just going to be another 4 songs. I dropped one back in I want to say COVID year or somewhere around there. But yeah, I'm gonna drop April Isn't for Fools 2. It's going to be called April Still Isn't for Fools. That's going to come. I don't think I've previewed any of that on Instagram, but yeah, everything that I've been previewing on Instagram is from RTDA, which, like I said, is going to be an album. It's going to be really cool. I have a really cool rollout for it. It's kind of like my post. I did a bid not too long ago, and you know what I'm saying, it really helped put some things into perspective in there, and that's where I really did get the idea of how I wanted to roll this out, roll out this project and everything like that. But through the revisions, it's looking at about 14 songs. Some of your favorite producers that I work with, we got some Sora up there, of course. Shout out my boy Sora. We got some Newell up there, of course. It's very diary music. It's very therapeutic music. It's very much just music that gets me through, me just really laying it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like
you said, when you're just talking to the mic and it doesn't talk back.
Yeah, literally. RTDA is very much like therapy. I went to therapy. I took therapy and I went and talked to the microphone, and that's what that's going to be. It's my therapy session. It's a live therapy session for everyone to listen to and just give you a little perspective on where I'm at, how I, cope with things and how things go, and just giving you that side of me. It's a side that a lot of people, it's a very shadow work side. Yeah.
That's deep. And thank you for even being vulnerable enough to share that with people.
Absolutely.
That's a big deal. So I'm super excited to hear that. Now that you say explain it like that, I definitely will be tapped in. What's going on inside of Pump's head?
Come on.
What's in there?
It's
now,
very interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Just plenty of different, on, what was that? Was that SpongeBob? Just the different file boxes all of his brain.
And then in the corner is 2 people playing ping pong versus each other. Oh God.
So we're gonna see what that's talking about. That's coming out in June. But my favorite band, Nothing Nowhere Now Here, is about to get in the stew this weekend. Now I'm excited. What can you tell me about this up and coming album?
This album is going to be absolutely insane. I'm not gonna lie. We just have a really distinct sound, you know what I'm saying? In such a short period of time of being together and working together, and you know what I'm saying? Some of the roller coaster things that happen, of course, with, being a group of people that also have normal lives and have completely separate things going on, and then being able to come together and unite in such a way and be committed to such a thing. But we have it's kind of like poetry in motion. That album is going to sound like the beach. It's going to sound like you're riding on the beach. It's going to sound like your favorite beach day, your favorite day, your most relaxed day mixed with crying, but not the sad crying, the good release crying, or you're laughing so hard crying, literally. And then your favorite meal, and then you might get a massage, and then get in a hot tub before you go to bed type. That's what I feel like that album's finna feel like. Cause you
think that's gonna be
it's a roller coaster for real. You're gonna feel good, then you're gonna feel crazy, and then like I said, you're gonna cry. But it's gonna be it could be an either or. It could hit you where you're ooh, I'm finna sad cry. But like I said, it's that good release cry for real, whether it's sad or happy.
Release nonetheless.
Yeah, it's like a release for real.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Is that going to be
excited.
another kind of summertime album, you think?
I'm completely honest. I don't know when it's going to drop. I know that I know we're going to try and like get back active around like June, July-ish when it comes to like shows and things like that. So I would expect a summertime drop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'm very excited about it. Does the album have a name yet?
The album does have a name, but do I remember it?
He has so many different musical endeavors going on. I feel that.
So many things going on in my head all the time. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. I don't remember. Not gonna lie.
That's cool. Look, I'll drop it when it's time. When it's ready, when you guys are, well, just send it to me. Send it to me. We'll plug that. We'll get that together. And lastly, Pump, how do you envision your work musically? Or just in general? I mean, shoot, even being such a big member of the creative community, how do you see it contributing to the broader creative community? Even like, yes, of course, at home, because I feel like you're doing that everywhere I go. Everybody knows exactly who One Pump is. Literally.
I love that.
So it truly, and you'd be like, yeah, what's your name again? No, just like
nah, fact. It really do be like that. If I like to say, if I don't meet you in a room that was quiet enough that we didn't have to like scream in each other's ears to have a conversation, I probably don't remember who you are. Especially if I had the shades on, because I probably couldn't see you either. So yeah, it gets like that. Like, I try to tell people, give me a reason to remember you.
Okay.
Wow me. Please.
Look, y'all should see the way he is sitting. Like, wow me. You have to make your impression on me. Or I
it
won't
gets
remember.
like that. Yeah, first impressions are very, very, very important.
They are indeed. No, I agree with you. But yeah, how do you see yourself contributing to this creative community or this broader one, even in the future? Like, what do you want that to look like?
Right now I feel like glue, Elmer's, everything. I feel like that. I could have my hands on any and everything. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might, without even knowing. Whether it's a text message that's like, hey, I like to call myself a professional dot connector, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do what I can do, but like, I can also point you in the right direction to do whatever it is that you need to do. I love to see people get paid to do what they love to do. I feel like people work better when they are doing what they want to do.
For sure.
But I see myself, playing the drums. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I have reached a cap in the area at this point, because it's like, what haven't I done at this point? For me, at least, like, I've checked off all of the checklists. So it's like, I'm willing to be utilized wherever someone's willing to utilize me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in any and every aspect. And I extend myself often. I've been extending myself for years, and I will continue to extend myself. Why? Because I love the work. I love the behind the scenes. I love to make it all make sense. I love to see it all come together, whether it's for me or for someone else. Like, I have no problem taking a step back to see something be great, someone, whatever the case may be. I'm very much all for the bigger picture and for the long run than I am a short gratitude TV dinner-esque anything. I'm very much home cooked meal. Grandma started cleaning them greens on Wednesday and we finna eat them on Sunday. That's very much the vibe. Like I said, I see myself just still being me. Just the scale gonna get larger, and the money gonna get thicker. That's all. Like, you're gonna see me playing the drums at the Grammys, all that cool stuff. It's inevitable.
I believe
all those
that.
things are inevitable for
I
me,
genuinely believe that. Yes. Well, Pump, what can I say? You're a man of many talents, a man of much wisdom, a great person in general. It's been an honor to have you on Club Creative. Absolutely loved having you on. Thank you for dropping the gems for free. Next time you need to charge, because honestly, the wisdom you have is crazy. But where can we find you? Plug the socials, and where can we listen to your music?
All right. It's me, One Pump. That is the number 1, PUMP, anywhere you need me to be. Don't forget the underscore if you're on them social medias. That's Instagram and Twitter. So that's the number 1, PUMP with an underscore on Instagram and Twitter. Like I said, the number 1, PUMP, anywhere you need me to be. That's on all of your streaming devices or streaming services that you love to use. We still dropping on SoundCloud. We on Apple. We on Spotify. We everywhere that you need us to be. Literally. Again, the number 1, PUMP.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Pump, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure to have you on Club Creative.
It's been a pleasure to be here, Lonnie.
Yes.
I told you I was very excited for this.
I know.
Alana's been giving me all the praise. I'm going to take this moment to give Alana all the praise because Alana is an amazing personality. She has amazing energy. She brightens rooms that she walks into. Within this last year, just seeing her grow and seeing her growth to this expansion, to this level is exceptional. And I'm very, very, very happy and pleased to be a part of her journey. So please, y'all, clap it up for Lonnie and go vote for her to be the best.
Yes.
Go vote for her to be the best. What is it?
Female radio personality.
Boom,
local.
Yes. Go vote for Alana Mercedes as the best female radio local personality, please.
Thank you so much. Yes.
I did.
So that's stamped. Thank you again, One Pump, for joining us for Club Creative Hour. Ladies and gents, make sure you stay tuned. Have your mental health moment with Mercedes coming up next on Hot 91, the soul of VA.